seconds into the match. He hit him with a hard right, deep sprawl. He's got that neck. He's out.
I see.
He completely
that was amazing.
choked.
Listen to the crowd here at Stage AA. The crowd comes to life here because this is Dempsey who guard. He's probably more or less just using her as a ticket.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a professional bout. 5-minute rounds. 145-pound featherweight division. Fighting out of Toronto, Canada, with a record of 6-1. Weighing in at 146 pounds. In the blue corner, Adrian Vilaca. Fighting out of Martin Cherico Academy in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with a record of 8-4. Weighing in at 147 pounds. In the red corner, the Death Star, Khama Worthy. Chip Snyder with our instructions.
Our next event is brought to you by Stream Pittsburgh.
Expect clean, fair fight, expect speed all times. Any questions red? Any questions blue? Touch, go back.
Never want to interrupt Chip Snyder.
We are ready here for this event of the evening. Who is this event brought to us?
This is brought to you by Stream Pittsburgh, and it's finally, I'll get to it, your #1 resource in live entertainment. That is Stream Pittsburgh. Sorry about that, Chip.
Gotta check them out. Stream Pittsburgh doing a lot
I
of
don't
great
want
work
Chip
in the
mad at
community.
me.
You may not want to blink an eye because these are very, very fast-paced fighters. They go for the finish, and they know how to finish.
Yep. And a little correction on the pronunciation. It's Vilaca.
Vilaca.
Adrian Vilaca. They're giving us a test here with some of these names tonight, Rich.
Wasn't
Good job of
wasn't
Vilaca
that a
changing
Slim Whitman
levels.
song, Oh Paloma Vilaca?
It might be.
I think, yes. Uh-oh, look out.
Oh, he got the
Oh,
back.
he's
That's
got
deep.
the back. That's deep.
Vilaca's trying to fight. Khama Worthy's got to squeeze that in. Vilaca's fighting at valiant effort here. He's trying to adjust his grip, just like happened in the last fight with Bledsoe, and this is super tight.
You can see his face is different than his torso.
Oh,
the color.
Vilaca.
He
Did
got
a
out.
nice job hand battling
twisted.
and got out of that.
Great determination to get out of
Oh,
that.
now the position switch.
Let's see how you like
And
it.
now he's got it on Worthy.
Your
They're
turn, Khama.
exchanging chokes.
The Death Star's on the receiving end now.
Oh, and now
that's
this
getting
looks
deeper.
tight. How close Khama was. Now he has to fight out of the exact same positioning. It's a battle for wrist control.
Vilaca has his hooks in deep, and he switched arms. Now he's trying to choke him with the left.
I don't know if I've ever seen anyone exchange chokes that fast, guys.
Left, right, left, right.
What poise, though, by both of these guys. Khama now seems to have wrist control of Vilaca, and it seems to be working well. Now is he going to turn back into facing Vilaca, just like Vilaca did to Khama to get out of that position?
Well, now Vilaca's throwing those punches. It might not look like it's doing much, but that's a distraction. It's a distraction to open up Khama's neck.
Very good job of patience.
Well, if you didn't hear the Death Star Worthy, he fights out of Mark Cherico's Fight Academy, and he's got a great group of guys to train with.
He sure does. A bunch of battle-seasoned veterans there. It's interesting to me here. It seems like Vilaca's almost working, and he's got his legs laced inside, but he's also extending them out to keep Khama off balance. He's not going for a body triangle, which seems very odd. Like he would want to try to get that body triangle, but he's keeping him off balance, and now he's going over, and very good job of Khama rolling. But even better job by Vilaca keeping positioning here.
Now, Charlie, you could still hit an armbar from his position, am I correct?
Yeah, you know what?
Do you think he's trying to spread him out to maybe just try to open up that a little bit?
It very much well could be, you know, or try to trap that left arm. He's trying to trap one of the arms, I think, so he only has one arm, Khama, to defend. But Khama's been there a lot of times before with those guys that he's training with.
Certainly not his first dance.
Yeah, this is a seasoned veteran with 12 fights as a professional, but 12 fights as a professional training out of one of the best teams in all the area.
Worthy's doing a great job defending this.
Great
and he
job.
did a nice job. He turned towards him.
Oh. And now he's looking to bring some heavy leather towards Vilaca's face.
We're going to find out tonight, is Khama worthy?
Well, Vilaca's definitely going to be the one putting that to the test.
Got a head arm.
Oh,
nice
very
job,
good
Brandon.
hammer
that hurt him.
Oh, another
Nice
big
job.
hammer fist. Khama now is
He's looking
past.
for the mount. He's looking for the mount. He gets up.
Now, why would you let him go?
You know, it's
He wants to stand. He feels that he's better on his feet.
That's where his specialty
He
is, or
didn't
his,
wanna be in
his
guard.
best shot is.
Vilaca's doing a nice job keeping his hips busy. I think Worthy's just more comfortable on his feet at this moment. As you can see, Khama's nice kick by Vilaca. Khama's in his right hand's planted against that face, and that's where he wants it to be.
very good job of control.
Again.
Khama's throwing some heavy leather. Chip's going to be watching this close, especially with the fight earlier this evening. It makes everyone on a little more edge to make sure that they're getting into these fights quick enough.
And that's not that Skip did anything, or Chip did anything wrong, rather. It's just human nature. You don't want to see another
Right.
person go that
Right,
way.
and the action is so fast.
Right.
If you're one step behind, there's 4 punches to that one
Exactly.
step.
He's like pulling a trigger. You could say stop, but once that motion is started,
Yep. And
the momentum.
People don't realize how hard it is to be a referee because you got to stay far away enough to let the fighters fight, but you also got to be close enough to save the fighter if need be.
and there's always somebody you stopped it too
Nice
fast.
knee
Always
by
err on the side
Worthy.
of safety, though.
Yep. Beautiful knee by Worthy, but Vilaca comes in and gets the takedown off of it, so it was kind of the risk reward.
It seems to me that Vilaca wants this matchup on the ground. He wants it on the ground. He
And Khama
continuously
seems to
goes.
like it standing.
Yep, well, Khama's thrown some really heavy hands there. We got the 10-second
time.
clicker in the first round. Seems like Vilaca's just going to try to hold on here, regroup after this first round.
I guess that's why it's called mixed martial arts.
That's right.
Very much so.
Good first round.
Very
back
good
and
first
forth,
round.
back and forth, fighting off submissions
Like,
each way.
like you said, Charlie, I don't think I've ever seen that sort of like you put your best rear naked choke on first, and then I'll put mine on. Let's see what happens. I've
Yep.
never seen them like reverse the exact same thing that suddenly.
And something to note there, it was very early in the fight, so perspiration wasn't as big of a deal. Those guys gutted it out, been there a lot, and the whole big idea for you watching at home, and you can only get this through training, because naturally if someone tries to choke you kind of freak out. But it's weird, once you start training and you become comfortable, you learn one of your biggest
The panic goes away,
assets,
I would assume.
Right, is to be comfortable and be calm and not get erratic breathing and not start worrying and getting yourself into deeper, but try to relax, get proper hand control of your opponent, and pry those arms down away from your neck.
Now, if you're in Worthy's corner right now, and if you're Cherico, would you be wanting him to stand continuously, because they both had submissions?
Right? No,
I feel that Worthy's just a little more worthy of standing up at this moment.
Seems more comfortable there.
Yeah,
But
it
he
seems-
certainly is not having a problem. I mean, he has, but he's had his moments on top as well, on the bottom.
Yeah, Vilaca wants this game on. He wants it on the ground. That's for sure.
It definitely seems that way. Well, here we go. I don't think there's going to be much feeling out process in round 2. Khama throwing a big overhand right, but it connects with nothing. Vilaca doing a good job with head movement and changing levels. He's got to be very, very careful that he keeps dropping his head like that, because Khama's a guy that can time you. And if you keep dropping your head like that, he will throw that kick.
He'll
And
figure out when about. You've
and
been
he-
doing it when I do this. When next time you do it.
He landed a knee earlier just by him doing that.
Right, and if he keeps him throwing this looping
Oh,
punches.
Nice
Oh!
punt.
Vilaca just dove to his back there too as a little bit of bait. I think he wanted Khama to follow him, but that's there. See how Vilaca keeps dropping his head. If I'm in Khama's corner, I'm telling him, listen, every time you throw that roundhouse, he's dropping his head severely. Follow it up with the kick.
Oh, he ate a kick there.
And there
Nice
it was.
front kick.
Yep.
He's seen it work, and he wants to continue trying it. As
Can't-
you see, he did throw that right round kick. Khama caught it.
Great
threw an overhand
sprawl.
right.
By Khama, good head control. Khama very smartly not jumping into that guard. He's standing at bay and taking his punches.
Yes, he does not want to go into his guard. He's doing a great job just going for the ground and pound, standing up, posturing up, and he's forcing
He
Vilaca
just
to go
stood
where he's
right
not
out of that.
comfortable.
Yep. It's a very hot evening here, and you can see the sweat, how already it's pouring off of Khama Worthy and under those lights.
Chip Snyder standing them both back up.
Chip standing them up quick. I like it. Keep the action going. We're in round number 2 of this professional bout in the 145-pound division.
Khama had posted a photo this week on social media of himself ripped to shreds. You could see, I, being a wise guy, said, imagine how he'd look if he worked out. And he's not talking to me right now, but no, I'm just teasing. But I did say that.
Now,
We're friends. And
Vilaca's thrown that
Oh.
left
Oh,
hand.
another
Oh,
big-
nice. He caught his kick and threw it overhand right. He's thrown his left hand as like a feint, and he's coming over with an overhand right.
well, Rich, you mentioned it earlier. He seems to be dropping down, not that those wouldn't knock you down, but Is he baiting him to come in still? Because it hasn't really worked either time, has it?
It's becoming more crystal clear, it seems, that the Vilaca wants him to chase him to the ground, and Khama's having no part of that because he realizes his success is really coming with these strikes.
And he seems to like the guard.
Yeah, Worthy, he's controlling the fights. That was a nice wheel kick.
Very nice, Rich. Khama seemed to take it and just keep moving on. You know, it's interesting, too, with Mark Cherico's pedigree of wrestling, that Khama's very, very comfortable standing up here in the pocket, that he has no problems with this. These guys train, they cross-train, they train with the best of the best. If they have a little advantage maybe somewhere where they can learn and brush up on their jiu-jitsu game, they'll go there. They'll brush up on their wrestling, and they'll do so forth with boxing. And that is, to me, the mark of a true professional, always looking to improve, willing to humble yourself, to go train with others who are better than you so you can become better.
I'm looking for Worthy to start mixing up some combos here. You know, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 3, a 2-3-2. He's just throwing his one punches, kicking it overhand right, which he's doing a nice job. I think he's going to get him open if he just continues throwing more than 1 or 2 punches.
Yeah. Seems like Khama's really found a rhythm, and, you know, Vilaca's still kind of looking for it. And he's throwing some very good kicks, Vilaca is, but you know, not a lot of power kicks, really just trying to keep the momentum and the pace, I think, going and keep Khama thinking here.
Well, Worthy, this is what you call executing your game plan. And that's exactly what he's doing right now. The game plan for the Vilaca is to go down on the ground, Worthy's to stand up. Right now, they're both standing.
Nice leg kick by Khama. I would like to see Khama going back to those big rights, those looping rights, and trying to get Vilaca to put his head down.
1 minute left in round 2.
He's timing the kick of Vilaca. It's catching it and timing it with that overhand right.
Oh, he rocked Vilaca.
3 punches.
Now, why not jump in there?
Well,
He hesitated.
Yeah, Vilaca has a great submission game, and, you know, he's tried to bait him a couple times already, and he could be playing possum.
You're right.
Khama's throwing some big punches.
He smells blood.
Oh,
another heavy hammer fist. Vilaca doing a good job of tucking his head between the legs of Khama.
It's a professional. He can elbow to the head right now.
Now we got problems here for Vilaca. Khama's kind of looking for a side choke, now trying to control the back. This is a dangerous position for Vilaca, but there's only 20 seconds left in this second round here, and now going back to that choke again.
They're not as fresh as the first round.
Oh, Khama's got this tight.
15 seconds.
He can't hang on.
It's over.
Khama Worthy wins his debut in Gladiators of the Cage. A long time coming, Rich.
That was a great showing. That was a great fight. And who would have thought? He finished it on the ground. He stayed standing the whole time, took advantage of a position, and capitalized on it quick.
Absolutely, Rich. He went in there and finished the job. I love it. The round's coming close to an end. He has to know. Corner's yelling 30 seconds. He knows the time is going down, but yet he went and he switched. Instead of landing a couple more punches that probably wouldn't have done anything, but maybe get him a couple points, he went for the choke, and he did it by setting up those strikes. So the second Vilaca was ready to stop, he went for the choke, and beautiful positioning. Let's see here. I believe we're ready for the replay. Brought to you by Maestro's Barbershop. Rich, take it from here.
Well, here's Worthy. He has him mounted. Vilaca turns to the side, opens up his back, and Worthy takes advantage of it quick. He gets the hooks in, he spreads them out, he gets that choke in, and he squeezes tight.
Once you get that other hand behind the back of the head, there's no chance for your opponent to pull that down. The coup de grace, beautiful move by Khama Worthy, making his professional debut at Gladiators of the Cage, and boy, are we happy to see him. Now we know why they call him Death Star.
Just an exciting fight. That was a great fight. I enjoyed watching it.
So, you know,
props to Vilaca. Man, they both fought to the end. I mean, submissions, both of them had advantages and everything. I mean,
great submission. And Rich, I'm looking back over everything here. Was that the first submission of the, second submission of the night, correct? We had a rear naked choke with, in our last match with Bledsoe finishing Holmes in a very technical manner. And now let's go down to our ring announcer, Frank Murgy, for the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about this action? At 4:48 of the second round, winner by tap out via rear naked choke. In the red corner, the Death Star, Khama Worthy. to Dan Bogan.
Thank you, Pittsburgh Sportsline Hall of Famer Frank Mercer. Khama worthy, the Death Star has finally landed at Gladiators of the Cage. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. I got a lot of stuff to say, but I'm gonna make it short. First of all, I want to let people know, no matter how much they don't talk about me, I'm the dark horse. A lot of people out there, they don't know about me, but I tell you now, the trainers around this area, they know about me. They train with me and stuff. I'm the dark horse, baby. You can't deny me my crown forever. Now I want to get into thanks, man. As you can see, I want to give a big thank out to Sylvester Turkay and Isaac Greeley for working on my wrestling. I was doing a lot of stuff that they showed me. It worked perfectly, all the guys up at the Mat Factory. Of course, I want to thank everyone down at Mark Chirico's Academy, my head boxing coach, Chris, my boxing coach, Bob Meese, and this guy right here, you guys may not know him, but that's Master White Fang right there. He's one of the best kickboxing coaches in the world. I mean, seriously, this camp took a lot out of my body, so I gotta thank my sponsors, Captain Massage, my girl Amber, man, she did me amazing. Cryo Pittsburgh, they really made my body recover. Who else? Toast Products, Eggs and That, Green Tree Chiropractics. I can't forget Little Bruiser Goozer, Little Bruiser Fight Care. Enduring Roofing, my man Joe, I hope you're out there. I'm glad you're able to make this one. They've been with me for a minute. My mouth guard, Grip Mouthpiece, and JM Window Cleaning, man. Thanks for jumping on Team Death Star. Also, RPMs for making my moped, because it's summertime, so I'm on my sucker. But also, I want to thank all my teammates, everybody, Pittsburgh MMA, Pittsburgh and Ohio MMA. We standing strong finally. Hey, I want to give a big shout out to my little brother, Shaka. Hey, 135 and start ducking him. That's pretty much it. I want to thank Gladiators of the Cage for having me. We're going out tonight, pre-game in the South Side, after party, after my boy Dempsey, and Joy Hope getting here and do that work. Thank you, fans. Thank you.
Khama, I got a question for you. First round, it looks like you guys agreed. You try your best rear naked choke, I'll try mine. He was a very, very valiant fighter.
Yo, I want to say a big shout out. He's not even here, but my boy Ryan Oriola. He puts me in that rear naked choke all the time. He makes me fight off of it. And that was the reason I felt so comfortable, because he was strong as stuff. I almost cursed, my bad.
Hey, we want to know, you've proven it once and for all. You are worthy. Khama worthy, the Death Star. Back to you, Charlie and Joe.
Khama worthy, what a performance. I love the fight. I'm glad to have him here in Gladiators of the Cage. And take note, Rich, we're sitting back here watching, and three prominent people he introduced. Mark Chirico in his corner from
Mark Chirico Fight Academy.
Second, he announces his other gym that he's training at in his wrestling with
Mat Factory.
And then he thirdly brings out his kickboxing coach to show this guy is not just training in one place, sitting there hoping to get better with who he's going. He's going out playing in other people's sandboxes, honing his skills, learning what he doesn't know, not practicing just what he does know. That's the sign of a true professional. That's why Khama worthy is 9-4 and on his way one step closer to a professional title shot in Gladiators of the Cage. We have 3 more exciting fights, 2 of them title fights, and a co-main event with the return of Chris Dempsey. But before we get all to that, let's take one more break with our sponsors.